So we've already talked about the Brick Pro and how much I like this, the industrial design, the techniques. But one thing I want to talk about today is custom firmware, specifically Spruce, which is now available for the Brick Pro and is also available on your Brick Hammer, your Brick, your Smart Pro S, your Smart Pro, and you can take one card, move it across multiple devices, and game on. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Let's dive in and take a look at Spruce on the Trimui Brick, Brick Hammer, Brick Pro, Smart Pro S, and Smart Systems. Well, so let's get this thing booted up. And the exciting thing about this is the fact that you can run this OS on multiple devices, including multiple Trimui devices. So as you can see here, it's going to load up looking somewhat normal with the loading screen here. And we get into it, and I've already applied a theme here. And one of the things I really like about Spruce OS is the fact that there are a growing collection of themes. Now, to recall, Spruce OS first appeared as some custom firmware for the MIUI line of handhelds, specifically the A30. The A30 did not get the benefit of having Onion OS, which was a very popular custom firmware, and so the developers decided to push Spruce OS on the A30, greatly improving the handheld from where it was previously. So it's good to see that Spruce has kind of went beyond its bounds and kind of gotten outside of that initial offering. And I love that we have this available to us. This theme I have right here is called Slanted. Excuse me. And you can see it has a really nice look to it. Now, again, if you want the minimalist style, you can still use Next2You, which is a great custom firmware. We've already kind of shown that in our initial review of the Trimui Brick Pro. But if you want the fancy looking graphics and stuff, then I think Spruce OS is going to be for you. So let's keep looking here, and I'm going to go in and show you how to change the theme here. We have a nice little section for changing the theme right here in our settings, and I have downloaded quite a few themes. It does come with some themes by stock, but you can download some more themes that are there. You can download from the sort of store. Let's take a look at this retro TV because I think it looks pretty cool here. And once you do choose it, you can see here that it's going to do a little patching and make sure that it fits to the size of the screen you're using, in this case, the Brick Pro. But as I'll show you here in a minute, it fluidly switches over to the regular Brick or Brick Hammer if you want to just change the card and move it. So it does take a little minute here to kind of patch this. You can see the scale factor is 1.6 because this is a little larger than the Brick screen. And so to make sure that everything is fitting in there, depending on the theme and the size of it, it may take a little longer to get to the theme to plug in. Now, again, if you just want quick gaming, Next2UI is going to be the OS for you. And what a great community we have that have all these custom firmwares like Gamma OS, Spruce OS, we have Next2UI, we have Nully, we have so many others that I'm not mentioning here if I forget about. They're just awesome to really bring new life to your handhelds. And so we're still going here patching through all of the different softwares here. This particular theme probably has quite a bit to it. So we'll take a stop here while this does, and we'll be right back. Hey, sorry to interrupt the video, but I wanted to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, AliExpress. As you know, they've been a great partner for us, and they have some great sales coming up this month. In fact, check below for the codes and links to the best sales. Follow me on X, where you can always get the best deals, as well as YouTube community below. But I wanted to share with you a product that has got me all tied up. That's right. Look at this. Oh my God. If you're a fidgeter like me, if you have a lot of nervous energy and you like lights and clicky sounds, look at this little keychain. It is a little keychain with clicky keyboard caps that light up and look really cool. And you can get one of these at a very, very modest price. In fact, you can get a set of two like I did to give to your wife or partner. These are pretty neat. They're very loud and they will be annoying to some people. But for me, Oh, so satisfying to sit here and click this thing. There's also a lot of other great products you can pick up, including many great handhelds. There are so many out right now, some great ones. Check out our previous reviews. But again, we want to thank AliExpress for always being a partner with us and supporting the channel so I can bring this content to you guys. Anyways, back to the show. All right, so you can see now it has loaded. And wow, what a nice looking theme this one is. It's got that CRT bezel around it. That looks really, really nice. I like how that looks. And if you go into the games here, you can see each of the systems here that I have loaded, and they have a nice little look to them. No wonder it took a minute to do it. Now, one of the nice things about the theming here for this is you can still go over here to the settings, and you can still go to theme settings, and you can do some things with this. Let's say that on the game select menu, we want more than a text and image. Let's switch it to a carousel. And so we're going to do that, and it's going to do where the games are now going to be in a carousel style, as you see here. I think that that is really, really nice that you have a lot of granular control over these custom themes, and you can kind of even make them a little more personalized. Now, theming is not the only thing here. We have a whole set of options for applications that are built in. As we look down here, we have some very normal ones like your PPSSPPP. We have Moonlight, where you can stream to the handheld if you'd like. Of course, we do have Portmaster now. A note here, Portmaster is not officially supported by Spruce, not at this point, but Portmaster support is in there. Game Nursery, let me show you this. This is a really cool section where they put in some demos and free games, much like Gamma does with his software. And you can see that it's going in and downloading the section here. The nursery, as they call it, is to like sort of nursery your beginning when you're first adding or getting some of this software or starting to use it. It's going to give you some of those initial games to play. So we got Commodore 64, Doom is on here, Easy RPG, Game Boy Advance. You can see we have a Poptris, which is a very popular Tetris sort of clone here, Sips, a bunch of nice games here, Game Tank, NES, and it's real easy. Once you click on it, it's going to download, as you can see here. Once, of course, you've set up your Wi-Fi, and it installed it, and now it's going to be in your section, and you can see there it says Happy Gaming. I really think the nursery is a great idea and a good selling point for Spruce here, because a lot of people may not have access to the repositories or know where to get these demos or games. And I think it's great that that has a section right there to just download straight for it. And of course, if you like the demos or games, you can always go and purchase the official games from someplace like Itchy. And you can see here that also when you download box art, it will also optimize the box art if you need it to, based on the size of the screen again. I'm going to stop this for right now just so I can continue showing off the software here. Now, with the Trimui products, we do have this function key and switch settings. And if I click on it here, you'll see that you can go in and you can assign different functions for the different sections of your brick. Now, as of this use right now, this is very much beta, and I found that this is not quite working exactly as I would expect it to. Perhaps I'm not doing something correctly. Remember, this is a work in progress, but it's nice to know that that's been thought of and that that's in there. There is also an e-reader if you want to go in there and read some books. There's even in the nursery, you can download some of the classic books to read. You can put them in there. And let's see where it downloaded them on it. As I go in here and we'll check it out. Now, I don't know if this screen, although it's a pretty beautiful screen, it's pretty big enough. I'm not sure if you would really want to read books on this. I guess you could read the books in it. As I search here, I may have to get someone to put a comment here as to where actually this is found. There's your box art scraper, your activity tracker. So you got your game tracking and system tracking. You can see that. So that's really helpful, kind of keep check of what you're doing. You can check for updates. So we do have over-the-air updates. Let's see here, your game list you can generate, and then a random game if you want to play it. And then you can go into RetroArch. You have a song player here. You can back up your configuration, restore your configuration. And then here's the theme garden. We'll go in there and take a look at the theme garden. I kind of showed you already switching some themes. It says, welcome to the Spruce OS theme garden. And of course, you might want to check this quite frequently because there's going to be opportunity for new themes, to update the themes you've already got. whenever you want to have a different change of style for this. And look, there is currently 87 different themes in here. It's really easy to download those. I'm going to back out of here, but you can download those. And again, you saw the process earlier of setting this up. And then you have USB storage mode and you can do your ABDB. Now, of course, the gaming is really what everyone is interested in. So you got this nice look, but we want to get into gaming. And we do have a game switcher here. You can see some of the games that I've already kind of started and been playing. It keeps it right here. If I want to go right back into the Zombies Ate My Neighbors on Genesis, I'm just going to hit this button. And it's going to load up right where I left off. You can see the loading state. This is running RetroArch and the cores. You do have control over that in the RetroArch system. Or you can simply go in and you can hit the select button and you can go over here and you have a button, a Spruce OS menu where you can save, you can reset, or you can get directly into that RetroArch menu. If we go ahead and exit the game here, it's going to back up out of this. And we're back into the game switcher again. I think this will keep track of, I'm not sure how many it'll keep track of, but this is a really nice thing. Let's go into Explorer, because also if you set this up with Pico 8, you can have native Explorer because this is running on Linux. And so you can see here, I can get into Explorer, I can update, I can see some of the new games. Here's one called Bloody Mary, and we can go in and start playing the games here. Now, of course, something like the RG Rotate has the perfect screen at 1:1 resolution. This screen being a 4:3, of course, you're going to have some compromises, but as you can see here, it still looks fantastic on this screen. And this is running native. If I hit the command back here, I think it's, there it is. We can go into our options. We can exit Explore. If we want to get out of here, catch the syrup. That's an interesting game, catching the syrup. Boy, I'm not moving fast enough. So yeah, so you have that. We'll exit back into Explore and we can go out and we can just shut down Pico 8 from there. Pretty nice. But what I'm really excited about, I want to show you guys, and I'm going to speed this up a little bit, is the fact that you can simply shut this down, go to settings, power it off. You want to power off, reboot, or cancel. We're going to power down. We hit the A button. And once it powers down, I can remove the card from the Brick Pro, and I can put the card in the Brick Hammer or Brick, and we are able to just continue from there. Let's go put this guy on the charger. Now this one's charged, take it off. We're going to just slide it in there. This is one of my favorite things about running the Trimui ecosystem. And I'll just turn this on. And you're going to see that it's going to boot up as normal into the Trimui screen here. But it's going to go in and it's going to spruce up my device. Basically, it's checking for the form factor and everything. It's going to optimize for this screen, which is smaller than, again, the Brick Pro. You see the two side by side here. And it does take a minute to do this. It would be nice if it was a little quicker, but as you can see there, it's right back in. I had a different theme running on this, but I can go to the activity tracker, my game tracking today. And look, we launched Spore. We went into the game nursery. I showed you guys the theme garden and Zombie Ate My Neighbors. I want to go right back into that. On this screen, I think I can start it from here. Maybe that's coming. That y'all should add that, but I can always go to the activity, go and get into the, and here we go with the activity tracker, and we can get right back in, right where I left it off, and continue to play. And there we are, playing some zombies on the Brick Hammer. Easy peasy. Go right there. We can save it. We can exit the game, and there we have it. And so, guys, Spruce OS has come to the Brick ecosystem. You can run this on the Brick Hammer, the original Brick, the Brick Pro, and ostensibly, possibly, I don't know, because it's going to be Android. I'm not sure about the Brick Pro Hammer U if that ever comes out. But for now, you can run it on these systems. I hope to see this on the Smart and Smart S. I would love to see Spruce on that. But you're going to see Spruce on MIUI and other devices. I just wanted to guys show you this real quick, this custom firmware. It is awesome. I really like it quite a bit. I love the ability to switch back and forth between the systems, keep one charged, take one on the go. If I want sticks and play a stick game, it's here. No sticks there. It's just amazing. Anyways, leave me a comment. I want to know what you guys think about it. Have you tried out any custom firmware? Do you have the brick ecosystem? Which one are you playing? The brick, the hammer, or the pro? Are you looking forward to the U? Leave me a comment. Let's engage. Anyways, remember to hug your loved ones and love your hugged ones because tomorrow's never promised. We'll see you next time, Deadheads. Dad Fred out.